Good morning, folks. We are going to be jumping in just a second. We got ads starting in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere. I'm so excited to see all of you. Mothman, Alicios, those dwelling in the shadows. Welcome in. Good to see you. We'll be right there. Mr. Bear, welcome in on the YouTubes. Thank you for asking. We try and keep things PG-13 or below here. So, you know, just be reasonable. We'll be good. Yeah, thank you for asking. Good to see you. Welcome in. We have ads going on Twitch for another 30 seconds, and then we'll be diving into the start of our stream. So you're here a smidgen early. Welcome in. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Oh my goodness, it's so good to see you on this, the most casual of Fridays. How are we all doing today? My gosh. Welcome on in, Mothman Centaur, Alistios, Khadao, Penguin Gaming, Mayo, Mr. Bear VR, and everyone else is hanging out. So good to see you all here. I am a little bit behind because this morning, YouTube has been putting me through my paces. I know what it's like now to be Ludwig. I have transformed. I have ascended into Ludwig himself. I ate him, so I became him. And I don't mean to brag, but I have a whopping near 90,000 views on a short. So for all of you who are coming over here because of that, thank you so much for hanging out. We are a charitable enterprise devoted to helping people enter the game industry. So we stream video game development. We did a game jam recently. If you're unfamiliar with a game jam, a short version is it's a competition based around a central theme to build a game within a certain amount of time. And we had 10 amazing teams submit finished games. We're playing through those today. The very first one we're going to be playing is my submission. And I'm not going to be playing it. It's going to be Wifequest, my wife, that's playing it. So very excited for that. Alicios, doing awesome. Hope you're doing great. I'm doing very well. I'm glad to hear you're doing awesome as well, Alicios. Thank you. Gato, nice. Very good. Hux does stuff. Hello, welcome in. 2D Fighter. Nice. You got a cookie. I'm faxing it to you right now, 2D Fighter. It's your birthday on Sunday, Gato? Well, happy birthday on Sunday. My goodness. Welcome, everyone. Goodness gracious. Okay. I haven't even done a like stream announcement yet. Hold on, let me throw this out on Discord. By the way, we do have a Discord filled with incredible people, all helping each other build impossible things and creating really tremendously awesome stuff. We have our GameMaker Studios mentor in there, Alex Nord, who is contributing and supporting everyone for free. He normally charges consulting fees for that, so the fact that he donates his time to our community is amazing. And then we've got all sorts of other people who are skilled in all other engines, and it's just phenomenal. So welcome on in, everyone. It's so good to see you all. I can write things down. What am I doing? Right, I'm copying the title of the stream into this. Okay, there we go. Now I need to grab the link for YouTube, because YouTube, it generates a new link every time. Doesn't want to make it easy on me. All right, copy and paste. There we go. Okay, that is sent. Now I need to send it off to my family because they like knowing about things. And then publish it to my game dev streamer guild that I started. Okay, great. Done. We're caught up. Woo. The music is louder than my voice? Well, let's turn the music down. We don't need that loud of music. In fact, we're going to banish the Chill Fi right now. Thank you, K-Headout, for letting me know. We're going to banish the Chill Fi and summon Wifequest. Everyone, perform the chant with me. Cutie, 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 come! Ta-da! There she is. There's the most supportive wife in the world. How you doing today?
Doing good.
Yeah, very patient. Okay, so we have been playing our game jam submissions. We've got these 10. By the way, you can check out the jam and these submissions. There is a viewer's choice category of prizes in the jam. So if you want to help these incredible submissions get closer to winning that audience favorite, definitely go play some of these awesome games. There's some really cool stuff in here. Okay, speaking of cool stuff and stuff that is not, you are cool stuff, my jam submission. Okay.
All right. Let's do this.
We're playing everyone's jam submissions and we're analyzing them, and I've been doing game design analysis and everything.
Cool.
What I'm hoping for from you is just to play my game and give your genuine, open, honest thoughts. Like, what calls your attention? What do you look at? What do you think is interesting or boring? And just give me a running narrative, okay? Like, the filter between your brain and your mouth, I just need you to take that, crumple it up gently so you can unfold it again later, and just set it to the side, okay? So everything you see,
burn
like
the
everything,
filter in a fire.
Don't burn it.
No.
I still need it. I'm still your husband. I'm gonna need that after the stream. Just, remove it temporarily for while you play this game, okay?
Alrighty.
Perfect. Thank you. Can you code a Dad Finder app for me? Oh, I need to find mine. Oh, shoot. Elistios, you played and rated half the game so far. Thank you, Elistios. GameMaker 2D Fighters, ironically, Kenji, made a game about sending your child to the wrong grandparents. That's in here. Honey, I think I gave the baby to the wrong grandparents.
What, is that a biography?
Maybe that will help. It is definitely not based on a true story that happened during the stream. Okay. Maro, hello, welcome in. Cubis, good to see you. We're going to jump in. Wifequest, you're going to analyze this, okay? And I'm going to go grab our baby who is futzing around. Once again, just any thoughts. I want to hear them, okay?
All right. Okay. Do I play with the mouse or?
You figure it out.
Okay.
You let me know.
All right. So we're doing this. Okay. Okay, I'll do the tutorial. Activate Overload's powers by clicking the falling dots in the right order to defeat the villains. Okay.
I'm going to turn the microphone up because you're kind of quiet.
I am quiet.
You don't project.
No,
right.
I'm not you. Okay, click red, blue to activate Brawl. Okay, that seems simple enough.
What about that seems simple enough? Like, what did you think about when you saw that?
I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's just one sentence long. So, yeah. Yeah, so I just... So is it kind of like the Beat Saber? You know, where... Not Beat Saber. Guitar Hero. One of those.
Okay.
One of those games where you're given an order of dots and you click on them.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Overload, you is on the left. The villain, boo, is on the right. If you lose all your health, you lose. Wait, where's health? Okay, that's health. The red. If you remove all the villain's health, you get power. You get to power up and move to the next round. Cool. Turn timer. You only have a small amount of time to activate Overload's powers. When the timer runs out, the villain will take their turn. Cool. So, how do you win or lose the game?
It's a good question.
Powers. Brawl will deal 1 damage to the villain.
What was that about? You just went
Oh, I didn't realize these were powers. It's a little bit more of a game.
Okay.
Than I realized. Cool.
Okay.
Brawl will deal 1 damage to the villain. Block will give 1 block, which will prevent 1 damage from the villain. So, like, can we do these in any order, or do we have to do it in the order that it's given to us?
Okay, that's a good question.
Or is that just like a key on the left-hand side that we can just click? Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna ask for you to take a step to the sides or a little more in front of the microphone.
Hi.
Thank you. And then you
But
can
now
look
I
at the
can't
screen.
see.
Here, let's bring it down.
Okay. Whoop.
There you go. How's that? Is that better?
Sounds great. Yep.
Perfect.
Chain lightning will deal 3-bit damage and give you more time on your turn. Okay, I'm thinking that this is a key with which we can click dots at whatever pattern we want.
Okay.
Yeah. Energize will give you 1 energy. Cool. Shock will deal 1 damage and give 1 energy. Static shield will give 1 block and 1 energy. Static shield will give 1 block. I'm never gonna remember these, but like shock, shield, energize, chain lightning. I feel like those are probably intuitive enough that I'll be able to figure it out.
Okay.
The villain is telling you what they will do next. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
cool.
what was that O about?
Well, if we see what the villain is doing, then we can figure out what we want it to do.
Okay. By the way, everyone's saying hi in chat.
Hi. Hello. Good to be here. Not at all terrifying. Save Metropole. You had fun with this. Save Metropo City, Sylvania. You know all you need to know to defeat Overload's arch nemesis. Return to menu. Okay, let's do this. And I will fail terribly, but I'm excited. I am so ready. All right. He's going to attack, so I want to... Blue. How do I click? Okay, blue, red. Now what? Yes?
So, what do you think just happened there?
Was that part of the tutorial?
Okay, good question.
That felt really quick. Did I just die that quickly? Because I wouldn't be surprised if I did. Let's be honest.
Okay. Keep thinking. Keep talking.
I
love what I'm hearing. This is great. Thank you.
It's been about 20 years since I played a game with a mouse, so yeah. Okay. They're gonna block, so I want to... I don't know. Static shield. Yeah. Yellow. Pink. Lightning. Ready? Okay, I'm not entirely sure what's going on.
Okay.
Is that just... It's my turn now? Yellow. Pink. Oh. Ah! What is this game?
What was that face you just made?
I don't know what's going on.
Okay. All right. You've been very patient. You've given me a lot of good information. Would you like me to explain things a little bit more to you?
Yes, please.
Okay. So, this game has, if I can take control of the mouse here, this is a turn-based game, but the enemy turn is kind of getting taken instantaneously on accident. Not on accident. I didn't have time to really build it out and make it very visual. So, when you click ready, you see this timer goes down.
Oh, I didn't
That's how much
see the
time
timer.
you have. Yeah, so you are supposed to click these dots in the order to get the powers that you're looking for, right? So, and then this chain lightning thing, you need 5 energy. You need to fill up this bar before you can turn it on. And then once you have the energy full, then you can...
how do you get energy? By doing that. energy
There's
thing.
energize and static shield and shock will each give you 1 energy.
And you have to do all that before the timer runs out.
Each turn, yeah. I mean, he's gonna take his turn, so he's gonna block for 2 on his turn right now.
Okay.
So, you know, do what you gotta do. You're at 7 health. He's at 9. You have 2 armor.
Yeah.
He has 2 armor. 2 block. 2 block.
Okay.
2 block. So there you go.
Little baby gamer. All right. Let's do it.
All right, make it happen.
Okay. I'm
Thank
just gonna...
you for playing.
Yeah. Red, 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 red. Blue, 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 blue. Ah. Red. Wait. Okay, I guess so.
What's the confusion there? What are you thinking?
I think this is what you said, where you said the bad guy takes their turn simultaneously, like in an instant.
As soon as your turn ends, they instantly take their turn. They don't have an animation or anything.
Okay.
So it just kicks you back to the start of your new turn.
I think that would help to know what is going on, you know.
Sure.
Also, it would give me a chance to see how what I did affected them.
Ah, good point.
So,
very good point.
Yeah. It's my phone. Yay, I love spam, because that means I don't have to answer. Red, red, blue. Blue. Red. Ah, just click everything. Pink, pink. Yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Fine. I'm ready, I guess. Okay. Pink, pink, yellow. Pink, pink, yellow. Ah, a hat! Oh my goodness, what is happening? I'm ready.
Favorite, redeemed a hat tower. You're the streamer right
I am
now.
the hat tower bearer. Rrr.
It's a lot easier to do when you're not doing it on yourself. There you go.
Ah, gotta focus. Come on, people. Pink, pink, pink. Yellow. Pink. Pink. Yellow. 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 Pink. Have I done any damage to them at all?
What do you think?
No.
Off-grid game dev cleared the hats.
Okay. Wow. I don't think I've done any damage. Yeah. I don't really know what I'm trying to do.
Okay, so what's giving you that feeling? What do you think you should be doing, and what do you think may need to be happening?
Well, I think I should be looking at what they're doing and adjust accordingly.
Okay.
Okay. Block. Well, that was slow. Of me. They're gonna block, so I want to do what? I don't know. Static shield. Sure. Man, I am not fast at this. I need way more time, or like a bigger cursor. Ready. Let's do this. They're gonna block, so I really should have read that tutorial a little bit more thoroughly. Okay. Well, I'm almost dead, so... This has got to be painful for you to watch.
No, it's super helpful. Because I've only had, like, myself and all these nerds in chat that have been watching. So it's super helpful to get the perspective of someone who's, like, not me, right?
Someone who's not super gamery.
Yeah.
Okay, ready. And back, so I want to block. Blue! Blue! I want blue. And a red. And another blue, blue, red. Can I double up the block and stuff?
What do you think?
Maybe? Ah, I died.
All right.
Oh well, it was a good effort.
It was a valiant effort. What were your thoughts while you were playing?
I need to be way faster. I need to read and everything way faster. So, yeah.
When did you feel was kind of like a highlight of the game for you? Did you have a moment where you were like, oh, like I like that? And it's okay if the answer is no.
I don't know. I mean, I think when I figured out what the game was, so.
And what was that moment?
Probably at the start. I mean, that was pretty fun.
Okay.
I think I could have more fun if, like, if I knew. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah.
I think I could have more fun if I knew a little bit better, like more intuitively, what all the actions were.
Yeah.
So, and that's a me thing. It would take me a few times of playing it and reading it to really grok.
Good usage of grok.
Thank you.
You kind of talked about this a little bit, but can you tell me, like, maybe what was a moment where you got kind of frustrated?
Sure. Well, you know me. I struggle to read instructions. I didn't do very well in school. So I think when I saw all the words at the second step of the tutorial where it started explaining what things were, that was a little bit rougher for my brain.
Yeah, it was a lot to be digesting and pay attention to.
Yeah, I don't pay attention well.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Any other thoughts or feedback you wanted to talk about but haven't been able to bring up yet?
No, I think I've brought everything up. Yeah, I think it's a solid game.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Thank you for testing my game for me.
You are so welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Your gift card is waiting for you outside. Can you doff your hats and don them on me? Thank you.
All right.
All right. All right. Have a good rest of the stream. Bye. Thanks, Wifequest. All right. Alistio says thank you for testing.
You're welcome.
Okay. Whew. I need to catch up on chat. Y'all have been talking. Okay. I forgot to enable itch full screen. It's true. I didn't do that because we have the full screen button in here. I was kind of curious if people would do that or not. Especially since the contrast is so low here. Like, I would wager most people weren't going to see that. And I think I'm probably right. For some reason, when I played Overload yesterday, I didn't get this tutorial and was so lost. Oh, interesting. So you didn't even see this tutorial button. There you go. I mean, yeah, it's this is exactly why we wanted to build in time to have a UX pass on this thing, and we didn't have the time for it, unfortunately. So I need to revise my timelines and get better at building and scoping. My wife is my #1 play tester. When the game gets to the point of making her swear, I know I've got it right. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, right on. Y'all are fantastic. The new and improved Mad Hatter 5000, hilarious. Hey, Sir Alex Graham, how you doing? Y'all are a cute couple. Well, thank you, Mara. I think she elevates us quite a lot in that cuteness. Behold the Mad Hatter downgrade. Can't enter full screen when in game though, right? Well, I don't know. It's going in full screen right now when I click the full screen button. I don't know if it's showing up in OBS very well or not, but so there were some things I want to point out there, right? We need to do this. We need to do a feature on this where we do like a do a usability test and we talk about like how do we do usability testing and then how do we evaluate feedback and how do we map that all out so that it makes sense and we uncover patterns and insights. Those would all be good discussions. One thing I want to talk about right now though is, did you notice how many struggles she had while playing the game and then got to the very end and she said, I think it's a very solid game? Honey, no, you didn't. But you see this all the time in user research where people will come in and you will hear them list off this litany of struggles that they're going through and how difficult it all is. And then they'll feel kind of bad. And at the end, they'll want to try and make you happy because we're humans and we try to, make things nice for each other. And they'll say, no, but I really liked it. It's like, no, you didn't. And that's fine. That's what we're trying to learn about. Oh, shoot. So there you go. That was Overload. It went worse than I was expecting. I'm not gonna lie, but that's good. That shows, that there's a big space for me to improve and to make why that UX pass is so important. That I need to make sure that I'm budgeting better time for that. So there you go. Saw right through them. All right, that was Overload. Okay. Right on. We're going to jump into Vevin's game. The games we have on the docket for today are Vevin's Sound Circles, we have Sanguine Awakening, and we have Electric Overload from Simon Game Dev. So, if Dark Doombringer or Simon Game Dev come in, they can jump to the front of the queue. I know Vevin said they weren't going to be able to be here for today, which is a big bummer, but they'll catch the VOD next time. And we're going to dive on in. Oh, you are here. Oh, okay. Great. All right. We'll do Sanguine Awakening. Welcome in, Dark Doomer. Learn the engine faster. Yeah, exactly, Cubus. Spent a lot of time learning Godot from scratch with the help of community, which helped it out a lot, but still. Sorry for exploding your scope with the combos. No, it was the right call. Because I would much rather submit something that meets the theme of the jam, but that isn't as polished, than something that's polished, but misses the theme, right? That's to me, that goes back to the Kano model of the basic expectations versus features versus delight, right? Like, you can have free drinks in your hotel that no one will come and appreciate because there's glass on the floor, It's kind of one of those things. I didn't feel comfortable saying, I don't know, your game didn't really fit the theme very well. Meanwhile, my game didn't really do that very well either. So, okay. Sanguine Awakening. Sanguine Awakening is a game where you are a little robot trying to get to a robot heart. The robot has to store instructions before carrying... Of course you made a programming game. The game is fairly simple now, but has a lot of room to grow. Right now, there's only one level, but it would not be terribly difficult to add more. One thing that I would really like to implement is an animation for when you reach the heart. The heart activates and pulses, the robot shuts down, and the camera zooms out until it passes through the body of a larger robot that you were inside and just powered up. Oh. The next level would be taking control of the bigger robot. Oh, cute. So it's like Matryoshka doll? That's hilarious. With the theme of Overload, I wanted my game to match it in two ways. First, the robot theme, and powering up the heart, overloads the smaller robot. Okay. Second, the mechanic of choosing 3 actions before your robot moves is a bit challenging. On later levels, you would need to plan even further ahead, possibly even up to 10, which would really challenge people according to Miller's Law. I love it! Great! I would like to implement a UI to show which actions have been taken so it's more clear how the game works. Different mechanics such as arrows that rotate the player, cranes, pistons, electricity, acid, etc. would improve the gameplay and create lots of puzzle possibilities. I'd love to add more to the lore and the story of the game. Awesome! This is great! Dark Doombringer, thank you so much for building this and submitting. I can't wait to dive in here. We're gonna snooze the ads just a smidgen. Okay. Oh dear, I just clicked in to, focus. Ooh. Okay, so up, up, up. Oh! Is there... Why did we fall through the floor there? So I go up, up, up. And then we get shoved to the right one. Okay. Can I rotate the camera? Can I use the map? Okay. You'll want to read the instructions. Yeah, I definitely wanted to. But I clicked into the game to focus it in the browser, and then it deleted it. It looked better on my screen. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Let me see. Can I boost this up a bit? Make that a little bit easier to see. Okay. All right. So I'm assuming black is hole and green is floor. So if we move up... Oh, wait. But then we're gonna die, because I think there's a black square right in front. Oh, but we are gonna get shoved off over the... Wait. Okay. All right. There's got to be holes in here that I'm not seeing. So 1, 2, 3 up. That seemed to work. The floor is a tile pattern with red and green. Oh my. Okay. So if we go 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was too much. Okay. Thanks for tolerating my show reflexes. Your show reflexes are great. So I'm gonna go left twice, up 1. Oh, that's not left, it's rotate. Okay, so rotate, forward, forward. And then rotate, forward, forward. That'll push us over, and then we can go forward, forward, forward? Is that going to push me into a hole? Oh, we skipped an arrow. Okay. Forward, right, forward. Left, forward, forward. Do we do it? Yay! We got it! Oh, that's great. Okay, I think now that it's kind of rotating... Oh, it's getting a bit brighter. Okay, I think I can see holes now, maybe. This is awesome. Dark Doombringer. Yeah, I mean, like you said, this is a very rudimentary expression of it, but I love the concept. Programmable movement is something that is really cool. I think you're dead right in your description of adding in more complexity and more actions to take before like your character moves. Like at first, because programmable movement in my mind, when I heard that, I thought, oh, I'm going to program every move I take to get to the end. But then learning, oh, it's just like the next little section was interesting. So if we take this over to I'm going to need to put the boy down. 1 second. All right. He may be good. He may be good for a little bit. If we jump over to our Octalysis here, right? And this is, let's see, what's our name? Sanguine Awakening. Because you're getting the hearts. Okay, I got it. I see the connection now. Okay. Sanguine Awakening. Epic Meaning is actually kind of a little tricky on this one, based on if you really do like kill the robot when you when you reach the heart, you overload it, right? Is overloading bad? Does that kill it? That's a very complex emotional space. But I do really like that idea of like Matryoshka dolling into a bigger robot, and if you can really sell the scope on it somehow, then I think that's really compelling. I think that builds in a lot of unpredictability of like, ooh, what's it gonna be like when we get to the next stage of robot, right? Like, how big are we gonna get? It's almost like Katamari in that sort of respect. I think that's fun. Empowerment, as of right now, is pretty strong because it's kind of the puzzle is all there in front of you. There's not a whole lot of stuff happening. I'm actually going to shove unpredictability down because of that a little bit, because there's not a lot of random stuff happening. You talked about bringing in hazards and stuff, and I'm curious how that would work. I'm curious how you would implement those, because I think there would be a danger of bringing a real-time element into the game, and I don't think that would service it very well. I think if you had a real-time element that you had to like time your actions, then in my opinion, that would create a very awkward and uncomfortable, like, input all of your commands and then wait on the last command and then press your last command and then it goes. And that feels like it kind of goes against the primary mechanic of the game, which is the programmable movement, right? Unless you can like program in, wait for X amount of time or wait for an event or something, and then we start to reinforce it. Social influence, I mean, you know, it's a cute little puzzle game. Puzzle games don't tend to have a lot of social influence, and that's fine. Avoidance, yeah. Oh, and right, back to empowerment. The big thing was just the colors, right? And you saw that right out of the gate. It was a lot darker on my screen than it was on yours, and so that's another point for us to remember as game developers, and you know, not really inside of a jam context necessarily, but as we're trying to publish a game, publishing on lots of different sets of hardware and observing how that changes the experience. You were thinking like a piston that fires every other turn. Oh, every other turn. Now that could be clever, because then it's not based on seconds, it's based on turns, and like each movement is a turn. I think that then would reinforce it very well. Avoidance, you know, we're trying to avoid the hazard, but other than that, there wasn't a whole ton there. Your ideas to bring in more things to deal with, I think would pump that up in a very healthy way. Scarcity, not a whole lot of scarcity in that prototype, but I could see there being some, right? Especially if you have like a battery of like, you only have X amount of moves you can make in order to make it to the end. or have it be score related, so the fewest moves you do as possible. Like, programmers are always trying to optimizing, right? You could possibly lean into that. Ownership, my little robot is going to be the same as everybody else's little robot. And then accomplishment is kind of nice. I think once you get all those different things in there and you get that satisfying transition and stuff, I think accomplishment goes up a lot. Very cool. Okay. I don't know if anyone here knows of the recent meta puzzle in Noida, but they had a huge issue with the secret not showing up on certain people's monitors. Oh boy. Inspector Gadget. Yeah, time limit could also work, for sure. Some way to put a little bit of pressure, or you transform it fully into a chill game where there's not a whole lot of scarcity, or the scarcity is not time dependent and you don't have high consequences. So with that being said, that was Sanguine Awakening. Thank you so much, Dark Doombringer. I'm talking really fast because we have ads starting any second now. But it was such a joy to see that submission. I can't believe you actually built something and submitted it. Thank you. I deeply appreciate it. And we will move on to Sound Circles or Electric Overload right after these messages. Good job, Dark Doombringer. Absolutely, Inspector Gadget. Thank you so much. The whole thing between 4 p.m. and midnight on the due date. Oh my goodness. You're wild, man. Thank you. Truly thank you. We'll see you all after these messages. Okay, welcome back, everyone. It is so good to have everyone here. My goodness. All right. Let's, should we dive in? Should we do some more? Should we do some more? Let's go ahead and check out Sound Circles. We're gonna banish the Chillfi. Oh, and it's a zip, but I do trust Vevin. Vevin is a longtime friend of the program. If they have decided to insert malware into this, they have been playing a very, very long game. It's not. No, it's fine. Google. Thank you for being careful, but it's fine. Ooh, hello, Octo. Welcome in. Good to see you on the YouTubes. How we doing? Oh, we gotta turn stream avatars on. There we go. Sound circles. All right. Let's open this up. Yes, I know Windows. It's a little bit sketchy. I understand. We're gonna go to our game capture and we're gonna turn it on for sound circles. We good? Come on. What's going on here? Sound circles. Oh, you know what? I bet it is behind Chrome. Ooh, okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can get some support real quick with the kiddo. I'll be right back. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. Don't go. I see you moving. I see you leaving. Don't do it. Okay, we're back. We're back. I see your hand on the doorknob. Don't do it. Sit back down. We have art to appreciate. Also, my wife made me lunch. Okay. Great. We're back. Saw the theme at the beginning and made some plans. I created the models a few days before. I'd also made a plan for what would need to be programmed. Oh my gosh, Dark Doombringer. That's crazy. All right. We're here. We're here. My bow tie has fled. I don't know. It's casual Friday. Okay. So this is called sound circles. We have what appears to be a volume icon. Ooh. Hear that? It's good that this is something I wanted to do in mine. I did not have the time for it. Is building a sound effect to play when you edit the sound, so you can tell like how loud or quiet is it. Lovely. Okay, full screen? Yes, full screen. Which has deleted my cursor. So oh shoot, and that killed the game. Okay, let's bring it back up. Wow, that's weird seeing that logo up there. Huh. Strange. Okay. We have not but a circle. I shall click on the circle. Ooh, okay. Is that gonna repeat? Ooh. Ooh, that feels very satisfying. Good sound effects. Oh, shut up. Is this Simon Says? Or not Simon Says, but the oh man, that memory game where you have to remember the order and then click on them in the right order. Okay, new round. Ooh. Okay. I'm clearly missing the logic of the puzzle. Okay. I thought it was do it in the order, but I'm wondering if maybe I have to do it multiple times. Oh, we got that one right. Okay, hold on. I think this is when I need to check the GDD, because I'm not totally following the puzzle. And that could be that the puzzle isn't clear enough, and it could be, the more likely version, is that I'm just bad. Okay. So I'm going to open the GDD. Sound Circles is a minimalistic, memory-based sound puzzle game. Players will need to pay close attention to the sounds they're hearing and input them in the correct order. Get them wrong and the solution will change. Oh, okay, that's good to know. It's made using with Raylib, using Jai programming language. Okay, so Mechanics. The player is presented with a solution circle that's located in the middle of the screen. Upon pressing it, a sound sequence will play. That sound sequence is what we call the solution sequence. After the solution sequence plays, a different number of sound circles will be displayed. Each circle has its own unique sound, and as part of the solution sequence, the player must input each circle in the correct order that they heard. Okay, so when we click on this, it's going to play sounds, and then it will play the sounds of all the surrounding circles, and then we have to figure out which circles go in at the right time. Okay, and that's how Miller's Law incorporates into this, because we're retaining that original string of sounds. Got it. I'm with you. Okay. Finn, hello, welcome on in. Doing very well. Thank you for asking. It's being a wonderful time. We're playing Game Jam submissions. Wifequest played mine to kick the stream off, and we're diving on in. So, chicken frog. Ah, so mousing over them plays the sound. Chicken frog. There we go. Okay, great. Bird, frog, fly. That's fly. Bird, frog, fly. Okay, nice. I also like how they're kind of semi-transparent. So as you layer more on top of each other, it kind of changes the color. Makes me think there might be an even more satisfying visual way to communicate, hey, you're making it through the puzzle. Chicken, cat, crickets. Thank you, Maro. Thank you for sharing the link out. Appreciate it. Chicken, cat, cricket. Okay, good. Cat, cricket, shoot. Wow, this actually gets kind of hard. I thought the sounds were going to help me do this better. No, it's actually making it harder. Did I get the right order? No! Cat, bird, crickets, fly. Cat, bird, crickets, fly. And I think it's doubly hard because the circle colors don't always map to the sounds that you're hearing. And they're in a random order, and you have to mouse over them. So that's kind of taking processing power to mouse over them. And meanwhile, we're trying to remember sounds. This is quite difficult. I'm actually really surprised by it. Queen Anne, hope the games are going well. Yes, we're having a great time. Thank you. Those cats that sound like a child. Frog, cat, crickets, chicken. Oh, geez, and we're getting them in different layouts too. Shoot. Frog. Frog, cats, shoot. And what were the last two? I think it was crickets, chicken. Good. Woo. Man, even just 4 is hard because you're not... Why is this so much harder? Because I think you're having to remember sounds and then map them to the circles. And due to the different layouts of the circles, you don't get into pattern recognition. And each circle color, like, it feels like it gets randomized every time for which sound it is. So you can't start to form those mental mnemonics of, oh, yellow is chicken, green is frog. Like, you have to relearn it every time. And it's really throwing my brain for a loop. Found this game to be pretty tricky, especially with any distractions going on. Yeah. I imagine you've got several little distractions that were making this a little more difficult, Dark Doombringer. Okay. Frog, chicken, bird. Frog, chicken, bird, fly. Frog, chicken, bird, fly. Frog, chicken, bird, fly. Okay. All right. There's frogs of all colors. Bird, fly. Something, cat, fly. Bird, frog, something. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Ooh, okay. Did I get it? No! So now we have 2 bird sounds. Even trickier, right? Because they're similar bird sounds. Ah! Ah! Shoot. I don't even remember. Frog, cat, songbird, fly, cricket. Frog, cat, songbird, fly, bird. Oh, we got it. Woo! Oh my gosh. This is tremendously difficult. Songbird, fly, chicken, cat, frog. Songbird, fly, chicken, frog, cat? No, probably not even close. Songbird, frog, fly, cat, chicken. Songbird, frog, fly, cat, chicken. Songbird, frog, fly, cat, chicken. Holy cow. Okay, so the circle colors are not randomized. They are the same color matching to the sounds. It's just taking my brain a minute to latch on here. I have issues processing sound and short-term memory issues, so that'd be my reasons why I'd find this one tremendously difficult. Yeah, Queen Anne. I mean, this is rough for me. Still doing the GD quest code thing, too. It's taking longer than expected. I love that you're doing that, Anti. I love the updates you've been throwing in Discord. Thank you for talking to us and sharing your journey with everyone. Cat, frog, chicken, bird, songbird, fly. Oh, jeez. Cat, frog, chicken, bird, songbird, fly. Cat, chicken, frog, songbird, bird, fly. Oh, no. I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm not going to be able to do many more of these. Boy, this is rough. I am not going to be able to get to the end of this one. We'll try one more time on this 6 version. Whew. Frog, fly, songbird, chicken, cat, crickets. Oh, Colin, I've already forgotten what the first one was. Frog, fly, shoot. Frog, fly, songbird, chicken, cat, crickets. Aye, we got it! Ooh, wow. That was tremendously difficult, and I'm glad that Veva knew it was going to be difficult and didn't take it any further. Anything more than that would have been tremendously hard without some sort of aid coming from the game. Woo. Yeah, Wifequest, for real. Okay. Let's talk about sound circles. This was a surprising one for me. Sound circles. Okay. At which point would a dev stop adding levels because it's too hard to test? Okay, well, and that's the thing. You are not your target audience, right? You see this all over the place, especially if you participate in a lot of game jams. You'll find game jams that are tremendously difficult, and people say, I love the idea, but it's really hard. And then the developers say, they're like, I don't think it's that hard at all. But, like, you know, people have different experiences than ourselves. Don't design. This is a statement that will get me into trouble with some people. Don't design for yourself, design for your audience, right? There's something to be said about making a game that you enjoy, but by doing that, it's quite a lot riskier, especially if you're just not even testing it. You're saying, I enjoy it, other people will probably like it, and you're not getting out into the wild and seeing what other people's reactions are. If it's purely internally based, your risk goes up a lot. You may release a smash hit, but it's just way riskier. Okay. Ooh. All right. So, meaning. I mean, it's a relatively abstract puzzle game. You're not saving the world or anything. That's fine. It's an abstract puzzle game. Comes with the territory. Empowerment? They don't do anything to like support you in this, but also at the end of the day, it is 100% in your control whether you succeed or fail. So, like, in that sense, you are as empowered as you are as an individual, and the game does not hold your hand. Social influence, I mean, it's kind of fun maybe to like have other people watch it. Once again, we've talked about simplicity and speed being important for like social shareability, right? And I think this has that to a certain degree, but it's just not quite as exciting. You know, you could implement a score mechanic and then all that, but it just, I don't know. I'm not getting a vibe of, oh, friend, you have to go try this, or dude, did you see what I did here? Like, I'm not getting really much of that from this. Unpredictability, pretty high. You have a kind of consistent set of sounds, but the order is different every time, and the fact that when you fail, it re-randomizes the order, that's pretty high unpredictability. Avoidance, I mean, it's not like you're gonna die or anything, but it's rough when you're desperately trying to remember all of these sounds and to avoid forgetting them, right? And it's very easy to forget them. Scarcity, not a whole lot, to be frank, other than your own memory. Kind of ties in with empowerment in that regard. Ownership, not a lot. And accomplishment actually feels pretty good. Like, when you get it right, did you hear how I ended that? It was a, whoa, right? It was that big reaction. So I actually think accomplishment is quite high. So, that's sound circles. And we talked about how mapping the memory to sounds and then having those sounds appear not even as the objects that they represent, but as abstract circles that you then have to map back to things, right? So it's not just the Miller's Law effect that's happening here is not just remembering the sound order. It's remembering the sound order and then remembering what each circle is while maintaining the sound order. So you've got, by that last level, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different sounds. And then you also have 6 different circles that you're trying to tie together. And so you're trying to remember what these are while at the same time remembering what all of these are, while at the same time mapping them to each other. And that's tremendously difficult. It's a lot. So you actually have like 3 different orders of knowledge you're keeping in your mind at the same time. Very, very hard. Deceptively difficult. I didn't think it was going to be that hard. I think that's very, very clever. Very simple, powerful, and effective. Well done, Vevin. Thank you for your submission of sound circles. That was rad. Okay. Great. Cool. All right. You guys are awesome. Good chats. Good chats happening all around. Let's do we dive into our last game? Jeez, we're at 92,000 on that short. What the heck? In fact, we may actually be able to get super chats enabled pretty soon on YouTube. That's fun. Okay. Memory games can overload very quickly, as we experienced with your game, Fortunes, with your Bodian simulator. I forget what the term is, but yeah. I think it was that when there were 4 sounds, 8 things to track, where I saw you start to lose track. So that's a point for Miller's Law. Yeah, absolutely, Queen Anne. And I would argue it's actually a lot more than 8, because you have those 4 symbols, and then you map them to 4 circles, and then you have to remember order. So you not only need to remember what the sounds were, you need to remember the order that they were in. And this would be tremendously harder if they added extra sounds that were not a part of the solution. That would be dastardly, right? Boyd Simulation, thank you. Yeah. This was Fortune's favorite game that he made. I'm going to throw this over to YouTube as well. He made this and didn't submit it because he's the sponsor, Riverwolf Games. But it's a really cool little memory game where you have to remember how many of each bird Boyds there are. So it starts off very simple, right? You got 2, but then it progressively gets harder and harder and harder and harder and harder. And we were talked about how it's, once again, another one of those very deceptively tricky memory games because it has organic movement. These things are flying around kind of like birds, so you don't have pattern recognition. And when they get to the edge of the screen, they wrap instead of bouncing. So this is all my stuff. Can ignore the neatly ordered things. It's the wild and chaotic stuff you're supposed to remember. It's very difficult. Poke John, welcome in. It's good to see you. How are you on this casual of Fridays? Okay, lovely. I think we're going to jump into our last game, Electric Overload. This was made by Simon Game Dev, who streams his development work. And, oh my goodness, look at all this. Okay. Yeah, he has a YouTube and he has a Twitch, and he's like 13, I think, or something. Young kid going around making games and sharing his progress, and it's super inspiring to me. I don't know of very many kids who are doing things as intentionally as he is. They were a blast to learn out the boys. Nice. Okay, Electric Overload is a fast-paced platformer where the goal is to keep the light bulb and microwaves alive until the timer runs out and you're brought to the next level by going near them, and their health bar goes back to full. Okay, so this is a spinning plate simulator. You just have to run, tap it, and it will reset. For infinite mode, to the left of the map, microwaves will be spawned from the sky, and that is how it will be infinite while also keeping the light bulbs alive. Disclaimer, all of the art was made by me. Okay, great. And he's got his YouTube channel down there. Good for him. Okay, let's check this out. Start. Ooh, it's a little off. Can I maybe zoom in and get that a better ratio? That looks like it's more what it was meant to be. Okay, we could probably go down one. All right, levels. Okay, so we're gonna tap all this. Up to jump. Okay, and I believe he made this in not in GameMaker, in Godot. Doesn't look like there's a platform there. Ooh, and there's definitely a lot of times when I'm colliding with things that I wouldn't have expected to have collided with. Yeah, and this is a danger with like this really Oh, all right, we're in level 2. Here we go. And I know I watched his YouTube video on this. Level 2 was designed to be impossible. So we'll just see how far we make it. All right, there we go. Oh, can we cycle back around? There we go. Tag them all. Jump up. Jump up. Where are the platforms? We won! Oh, shoot. Hey, Floppa Studios, welcome on in. Good to see you. How you doing over on the YouTubes? Doing things intentionally is impressive at that age. It definitely is, Queen Anne. Okay, that was Electric Overload. We'll do a quick analysis of Electric Overload. And it's also worth noting, I think he did this in 2 days. He didn't like spend the entire 10 days on it. So once again, given age and time, I'm actually quite impressed. Okay. So, meaning, I mean, there's a little bit, like, you're trying to help this guy do his job well. It's a little bit different and unique of a story, and that kind of pulls you in a little bit. Empowerment? If there were better polish, I think this would be higher. Because it's a pretty simple concept. You just touch stuff, and it recharges, right? The struggle I ran into is the platforms were very difficult to see, and the art kind of distracted from my ability to see it. Thank you, Floppa. Thank you. Social influence, not a whole lot. You know, this isn't going to be a game that you share around, really, or say, you know, can you beat my score? Well, maybe it's a beat my score. You know, there's an endless level. Bump that up a little bit. Unpredictability, not a whole lot, frankly. And that's fine. It doesn't have to be unpredictable. The difficulty is in keeping in memory where each of these timers are and what do I need to hit next. Avoidance, yeah, I mean, you have a very stark timer death qualification, right? So you don't have lives. You don't have like, oh, you can lose 3 light bulbs, like 1 and you're done. So that you're trying to avoid that pretty high. Scarcity is time. And, you know, I actually felt that a little bit, especially with trying to get the platforming working and jumping up and everything, and then trying to remember, oh, shoot, am I going to run out of time? Let me jump down and grab that bottom row. Wait, hold on. What's the top timer at? Do I have time to go back and reset these middle ones? That wasn't too bad. Ownership, same game as everyone else's version of the game. There's nothing unique or personalizable about it. Accomplishment, it's okay. You know, it could be better. But when you run through and get those things, it does feel nice. And when you get that level done screen, you know, it's nice. It's a nice concept and idea. You should explore a little more on it. I think so, 2D Fighter. I think you could easily take this in any number of directions to improve on it. And I'd be really excited to see what that is. And once again, for a 13-year-old or somewhere around there, sorry, I know, I guess 14, 15 or so, and you said that you were younger than that. So for a teenager, doing this in 2 days, very impressive. And that they did all that art. Like, they did more art than I did for my Game Jam submission, that's for sure. So thank you so much, Simon Game Dev, for making something for this silly little jam and submitting it so that we can all share and learn from it. Thank you so much, Simon. Okay, that is all of our submissions for the Fox Hollow Game Jam. That's it. We played all of them, all 10 of them. We're going to talk about what the schedule is going to be for the stream after this ad break that is starting in just a few seconds. Don't go anywhere. We'll talk about that, and then we'll jump into another game design analysis for a game that I've been playing and enjoying recently. So don't go anywhere. It's going to be a great time. We'll see you after these Bezos-mandated breaks. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. Floppa Studios. You're not the first person to say that you don't understand anything that I'm saying. If there's anything that you need clarification on, you feel free to ask. Because I use words that I may not actually know the definition of. So, so if you have any questions on anything, feel free to ask. I'm an open book. Okay, let's talk schedule. Now that we've played all the games, which are just awesome. I've been talking to so many different streamers and communities about how humbling it's been seeing all of these submissions and just creativity and ingenuity. It's just absolutely amazing. Now that we have played these, Riverwolf Games and I, our sponsor Riverwolf Games, we're going to judge these over the course of the weekend. We're going to sort them into our different prize categories. Hold on, let me get rid of stream avatars for a sec. We've got our grand prize for $100, sponsored by Riverwolf Games. And then I will be judging funniest, most unique, and most growth, which are each going to be $25. And then the viewer's choice will be the game with the most wins the ratings will get to walk home with the $25 gift card. So, as a reminder on how to do that, you click into a game, and then you go to this Rate This Game button up here, and you click Rate This Game, blah, 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 leave your comments, rate it. And that's how you can help someone win $25. Floppa Studio. Well, Cuphead and his pal Mugman, they like to... Yeah. There you go. Well, of course I know where that song is from, of course. Of course. I was there when the old lore was written, Floppa Studios. Of course, I mean, it's a little unfair for me that the title of the game is the second word that you say. So, you know, I'm cheating a little bit there. Is this the first Fox Hollow Gem? It is, PokeJohn. It's the very first one. On that note, we are going to be announcing the winners of these categories sometime next week. We're going to let everyone know a couple of days beforehand, so it's not going to be like Monday or Tuesday. We're going to let everyone know a few days out when we are scheduling that announcement stream. We're going to have Laurel's icons ready for all the submissions. We're gonna have the prizes all ready and everything. We'll make an event of it. And we'll announce those winners, and then we'll go back to our regularly scheduled programming until July. In July, we will have the very most second Fox Hollow Jam ever. I'm very excited about it. We're talking with some potential sponsors. And then after July, and you know, once we've kind of figured out what the theme and everything is going to be, we're going to go do that jam, go through the same process. It's going to be a very different type of jam. This one was focused on game design and design sense with Miller's Law. Next one, going to be a little bit different. It's going to be different. And then after July, we'll do another one in October. We have a sponsor lined up for that one. I'm very excited about it. It's going to be, once again, a very different kind of jam. It's going to be about developing a different type of skill set. So I'm really looking forward to these. I hope these are valuable to everyone. I hope people are finding them useful in growing and becoming better developers. Best game I've made is a dinosaur eats cheese puffs in Scratch. That sounds incredible, Floppa. That sounds like you've got a viral hit on your hands. Finn, I need to join the next one. Well, you're more than welcome to. Like I said, this one we launched really fast. A lot of people were reaching out to me saying, yo, dude, don't do it so fast. Like, do it a couple months out. Like, give yourself some time. And, I mean, they were right. That's the reasonable thing to have done. So now that we're in it and we're doing this pattern, everyone could mark it on their calendars. Near the beginning of July, we'll be doing the next one. I don't know exactly how it's going to work out, because that's also going to line up with Pirate Software's jam. Don't want to compete with that, but we'll figure out a good time. I'll keep an eye out. Depending on my schedule, I'll join a Lovely Queen, and I would love to see what you produce. Have we seen all the entries so far? We just wrapped up playing The Last of Them, Jack. Yeah. We got to let them have some of the devs. Yeah, we got to share with Pirate Software. You know, I don't know if you know this, but I had a short reach 93,000 views recently, so I'm a little bit of a big deal. No, yeah, we played all of them, and they were all awesome. I encourage everyone to go in, spend some of your time exploring some of these wild, cool, crazy ideas. There's some funny ones, some intriguing ones. There's interesting mechanics in every single one of them. And all of them were built with passion and care and just raw creativity. So definitely go give them some of your time. You got some time to plan and adjust this time around, at least. Yes, Fortunes. Tiny Devil sounds great. Maybe a bit more time spent learning the engine would do you a bit better. Oh man, Jack. Yep. Although I'll probably be doing a new engine for the next jam too. So, how do you tell what system to use to create games? Like why choose Unity over Goldot? Which is technically a correct pronunciation of it because Godot official said nobody knows how to pronounce it. July, Queen Anne. It's going to be in July. Yeah, start of Q3. So we're just going to do them at the start of every quarter. Inspector Gadget, that's a great question. And I am getting better at being able to answer that. but I'm not quite there yet beyond the general, vague stuff you hear by doing a quick Google search, right? If you're doing a 2D game, then Godot or GameMaker or Unity can be really good for it. If you're doing 3D stuff, you probably want to go for Unity or Unreal, unless your 3D stuff isn't tremendously complex or involved, in which case you may look at Godot. If you have strong feelings about open sourcing, you'll probably want to go Godot. Those are the kind of general things you hear around. If you're making a JRPG, use RPG Maker. But I think that we're missing a lot of the conversation when we talk in generals like that, and it's why I'm trying to build a game in each engine. So I've built a couple of projects in GameMaker. I tried most recently in Godot for the Fox Hollow Jam, and I learned that Godot does a lot of things really well that GameMaker doesn't. For example, Godot has built-in controllers. In GameMaker, you have to build your own controller. You have to build your own physics. Godot handles all of that for you. It handles collisions for you. And so if I'm making like a platformer or something between GameMaker or Godot, I'm going to pick Godot every time because I don't have to hand build my controller. I don't have to build my platformer. I don't have to do all that. However, Godot can't handle click events as easily as GameMaker does. Godot has control nodes and they handle clicks and stuff, but then you have to start kind of conflating buttons with game elements and it can get a little tricky. But in GameMaker, every single object you make has a click event. Something that I noticed that GameMaker has that Godot doesn't is the ability to find the nearest instance of something. So like in my Game Jam submission, we had an old version of our superpower that was a chain lightning and it would kind of like zap around and hit neighboring circles. We had to do kind of a weird janky solution because we couldn't just do what I would do in GameMaker and I would just find the nearest instance and then turn that on or off, right? So they definitely have their own benefits and drawbacks. Overall, I think I'm leaning towards Godot for more general purpose projects. But if I'm going to play a game that's primarily clicking and that doesn't involve physics and it doesn't involve anything like that, but it does have kind of relational dependencies, I'm going to go GameMaker. And that's what I'm hoping to learn by trying to build stuff in all of them. If you go Unreal, I'll go Unreal with you, says 2D Fighter. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Jack. So you like indie games. I guess this line, killing you now is an act of mercy. Act of mercy. What game is that from? Yeah, I don't think you're referencing Invincible. Oh, is it Undertale? That's one of my big blind spots. I've never played Undertale, and I should. Don't tell GameMaker I said that. Shoot. I did see a video by the developer of Boomy, yes, explaining what to consider when choosing an engine. I could find it if you'd like. I saw her as well. What's her name? I'm actually in her Discord. Sam Yam. Yeah. Yeah, she's great, and I didn't watch the entirety of that video. I just saw the short, which kind of echoed a lot of the general stuff, but I'm sure the long form has some more detailed information. Am I going to go back to GameMaker to finish off Rescue? Probably not to finish off Rescue. I'd probably do GameMaker for maybe Moon Hollow, which is this illustration behind me, is a possibility. But if I'm going to finish building Rescue, it's going to be in Godot, because it handles all my platforming and all my collisions for me, and like 50% of the time plus that I spent working on Rescue in GameMaker was trying to get collisions and everything working, and they were still not working by the time I kind of transitioned to Godot. I don't want to keep wrestling that dragon. It's said by someone in a cave, their name is Blank the Undying. Floppa. I don't know. What is that? It's said by someone in a cave, their name is The Undying Game. Yeah, I don't think it's Clive Barker's Undying you're referring to. Quern Undying? I don't think that's right. Clive Barker? I don't think so. Cave Story? I doubt that. I don't know, Floppa. Click on the link and it's just the instructions. Which link, Morrow? That is the only true way to decide. Give each engine a little try and decide by what feels best. Yes, I agree, Cubus, and I would say do jams to like do a couple of tutorials in each engine and then do jams in each engine, which is what I'm trying to do. It takes a little bit of time, but you do figure things out. Have to download the exe if you want. Hit me up. Oh yeah, fighter. Okay. So for all those who want to play Honey, I think I gave the baby to the wrong grandparents. I still love that art. He didn't have the ability to quite upload this. There was weirdness on Itch's side in the web build and everything. So you will need to reach out to GameMaker 2D Fighters if you want to play that one. Okay, yeah, Inspector Gadget, I hope that helps. Most game engines have pretty similar feature sets, so you're not restricted a lot. Some only do 2D, but that's mostly it. To a certain degree, Cubus. And then, like, different engines are going to do different things easier or harder than others, right? And that can make a big difference, especially if you're starting out and you're not an expert in that engine, you know, and you want to see progress, you want to release something and get feedback on it. The right tool can make a big difference, but I would agree that the most important thing is just to start building. Because if you spend all your time researching which engine to do and you never actually end up building something, just pick something and go build it. See how it goes. So much time spent with those collisions. Yeah, for real, Jack. Half of my time was spent tackling those collisions. It was rough. Alex Nord had to come in and help as well. By the way, we do have a GameMaker Studios mentor officially on our Discord. He charges consulting fees for helping people with this, but for our community, he volunteers his services as he can. So you can go into our Discord, in our programming help channel, you can mention that it is a GameMaker specific problem, and Alex Nord will come in and when he has time, he'll take a look. And he is really good at GameMaker. Oh, it's still from Undertale, Floppa. Okay, there you go. I liked the full version. I felt it was extensive with considerations not brought up often. The takeaway was you had to choose on your own, though. Shoot. I've fallen so far behind on chat. Queen Anne, what were you discussing with the full version? 2D Fighter, you can give your build out, Joe, if it's possible. Prove it's not a virus. Sure, I mean, yeah, okay, we'll send the link out on chat. And you might want to also put a link on your page. On your itch page so that people who are not in the stream right now can still find it. Okay. Problem being, says Cubus, if you're just starting out, you will also not know which engine will do the thing you want to do the easiest. 100% Cubus, yes. And you may pick an engine that doesn't do what you're wanting to do very well. It's what I did. It's what happened with Rescue. I spent so much time wrestling with the engine when, unbeknownst to me, another engine would have solved all that. So, sounds like you need to have some idea before choosing the right engine. Yes, Inspector Gadget, and that's going to come with time and experience. But, absent experience, just pick something. Pick something and go. There's also value considerations. I'm not comfortable with blockchain and crypto stuff, so I won't be using Unity. What does Unity have to do with blockchain and crypto? I haven't heard that before. Oh, the full version of the Sam Yam video. Okay, got it. Felt it was extensive with considerations not brought up often. Okay, got it. Cool. Thank you, Queen Anne. Appreciate that. Floppa, I just looked at my TV and it's some 15-year-old faking a video and screaming my neurons are dying by the second. Oh, that sounds rough. Jack, that's a good call. Let me put that link in the Game Jam Discord. Here is at GameMaker 2D Fighters submission link to download. That is a bad sentence. Make sure what you pick is Godot. Jack, don't listen to Jack, everyone. Godot is cool. I really like Godot. I'm probably gonna be using Godot a lot. There's no one best tool. Okay. And he knows that and he's joking around. I'll be better next Game Jam. Target HTML5. I didn't know anything about this until now. Yeah, 2D Fighter. I mean, I was wrestling with my HTML5 submission for like 5 hours before submitting. So I've learned. Give yourself lots of room to figure out how to get it working in HTML5. Dark Doombringer, I like that I started with Unity and now it's a benchmark for me to compare against other engines. I need to try out Godot. If I ever publish, I would love to not be tied to an engine monetarily. Yes, that is one of the big draws for me for Godot. It's like, it's open source. You get to just own whatever you build in it. There's no licensing fees, and you're not in danger of a boardroom throwing you for a complete wrench, like Slay the Spire, right? Forget who develops Slay the Spire. But Slay the Spire, they just announced they're building their next game, Slay the Spire 2, in Godot. And if you go back into Twitter history, you'll see one of the tweets of like, Unity has announced that they're changing their pricing plans and people are really upset. And then the developer said, cool. Anyways, our next project is getting built in Godot now. So, you know, there's upsides and there's drawbacks. Open source brings its own sides of benefits and drawbacks, right? Unity being a powerhouse and being very popular brings in a lot of upsides. Like, it's still a very powerful engine and it has a really, really big marketplace. So, like, you know, I wouldn't fault people for saying I really like Unity because it does a lot of cool stuff really well. It has a lot of resources to throw around. Queen Anne, I'm not well versed on it, but I heard that Unity devs spend a good deal of time making blockchain-centric features recently. Might be mistaken. Like the team that is developing Unity, the engine? I don't know. We need Risky Biscuit in here. He's my resident Unity dev. I've tried Unity, Unreal, and Godot, and for 2D, Godot is personally just the easiest and best to use. That doesn't surprise me. Unity and Unreal come with a lot of feature bloat in regards to 3D, and Godot was a lot more focused around 2D. And it can do 3D now. So it's like vice versa, right? Like, Godot was kind of built for 2D and now has started doing 3D. Unity and Unreal really were pretty much built for 3D, but can also do 2D. Megacrit, thank you. Hey, Alistios! Awesome, Dystopian Idol Tycoon. I can't wait to get into this. Okay. In Godot C#, no mod loader. Oh, interesting. I believe the blockchain stuff is supposed to be for in-game items and trading them and such. Oh, that is a terrible idea. I agree. Oh my goodness. Megacrit was really upset at Unity. Oh wow. Guess I'll just make their own, yeah. Like how it turned out be the biggest benefit for Godot. Yeah, like the makers of Terraria donated like 40K to Godot. Wow, that's hilarious. Plus 1,000 a month. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm sure they got capital investment flooding in and tons of donators as a result of that, because I think the game industry as a whole, like from indie studios to mobile devs to AAA, we're all like, oh my gosh, you can just make our studio completely unprofitable at the drop of a hat. That's not good. What's an indie game? All I know is that Undertale and Bendy are indies. There you go. Well, they're anything that's not made by these massive multi-thousand person companies, right? So Slay the Spire is getting on the bigger side of indie. They started up that whole triple I thing, right? Instead of triple A. So if it's one person making game, that's an indie. If it's like 20 people making game, that's an indie. If it's like a couple hundred people, probably still an indie. But if you're getting to like EA or Microsoft or Sony or Ubisoft, you know, all these big names, Blizzard, Activision, all those sorts of things, right? Those are the AAA guys. Okay, Alistios. Redeemed critique your game. First Godot project. Been pushed on the side for a while, but I will try to give it some love and finish the entire thing. And hopefully it will be fun enough to publish it on Steam at one point. We'll see. I can't wait to check this out. Alistios. I'm going to download this. While I download it, can you tell me what you're hoping to get critique on? What are you looking for feedback on? Megacrit is donating to Godot Foundation 2, I heard. Lots of money going into it now. Yeah. Very early prototype. Okay. So I'm assuming you're not wanting me to really care about visuals very much. We're probably looking at game design structure and maybe UX, maybe some functionality, that sort of feedback. Is that right, Alistios? You feel free to correct me. Godot was around 25 to 30K a month before, and now they're at a consistent 51K. Got some big one-time bursts. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. I'm sure they'll probably have annual one-time bursts from foundations and large studios that are looking to kind of hedge their bets a little. I've made a point to send the Godot Foundation the equivalent of the Unity Plus licensing fees I used to send to Unity. Nice, Digital Iliad. By the way, Digital Iliad, great to see you in here. Don't you stream? I think I got rated into your channel at some point. You do stream. You do stream game dev. Yes. Very cool. Go check out Digital Iliad. I'm really bad at shouting out on the channel, and I am going to try to be better. Just want a first impression. Okay, first impression, just got thoughts. Got it. Sounds good, Alistios. I'm downloading it and I will unzip it soon. The game. I'll unzip the game. Joe, you're on the internet. Be careful with your words. Okay, great. Spent like 2 months guiding Unity refugees on the Discord server to get onto Godot. Oh my goodness. Visuals go quite hard though. I've been trying to play some of the Fox Hollow Game Jam games, but so far I've just been making notes so I can play Packet Overload. Oh, I loved Packet Overload. That's very funny. Started a couple months ago. Very cool, Digital Iliad. I just started back in November. Marathon streams this weekend for Ludum Dare. Nice. Okay, Alistios, getting constructive feedback, but really this is like 1% done, so it's really early project. Okay, good. That's very helpful for me to calibrate. Thank you, Alistios. Let's open it up. Okay, hold on. A game made by Alistios. Hold on. Pause. Go to my game cap. Game capture. There we go. Okay. Let's turn off stream avatars. Have you heard of the game Webbed? If you have, what are your thoughts on it? Webbed. I like the soundtrack. That's nice. Oh, this is cute. I haven't actually heard of this. It looks very cute, though. Oh, no, I have. The capsule art fooled me. Yes, I followed the development of this. They posted quite a lot on Reddit. I'm going to turn the volume down a little. They posted a lot on Reddit, and it looked really cool. I haven't tried it yet, but I want to. Yeah. It seemed phenomenally well developed, and the creators poured a lot of passion into it. Make sure you unzip the entire zip file. Oh, there's an extra zip on the inside. Okay. Let me unzip here. The file. Let me unzip the folder. Extract all. Extract. Okay. Thank you for that heads up, Alistios. Why do you have 2 zip files inside each other? That is a good question. Heard of the game with the little spider? Yeah, I mean, you can tell. That game oozes with passion, which I love. I adore that. Having everything come through one ear is quite disorienting. Oh, interesting. I don't have headphones in, so I don't really get any of that. Cannot find how have the full thing as one file. We'll work on that for the future version. Okay, sounds good. So we have quite a lot of buttons here for a 1% done prototype. I like the background art. The first impressions. This feels very old school. Like, this reminds me of... Oh, man. What's that old 4X game? 90s 4X space game. Maybe Alpha Centauri or something? Yeah, maybe Alpha Centauri. It gives me that sort of a vibe, right? That marbled type sort of aesthetic with the sci-fi on top. We've got different type of graphic fonts here, which is a little bit strange between the title and the thing here. Go to the settings. Okay, so this wasn't where it started. I'm assuming it started around here, and then I upped it. Okay, and we have a full screen mode too. Thank you. That makes it so much easier on me. Oh, thank you for including a windowed mode. Okay, let me get this the right size for OBS. Okay, all right. Oh, and we have ads starting. Okay, I'm going to keep tinkering around with options. We're going to run the ads, and then we'll dive in with the analysis and first impressions of Dystopian Tycoon from Alistios. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Yeah, Floppa, I remember Spellbreak. I was intrigued by the idea of a fantasy VR, or not VR, VR game. Battle right? Oh, jeez. Words. A fantasy. The name has left me of that genre. My gosh. Anyways, you know what I'm saying. Of that genre. Battle Royale. That's the problem I'm having. I keep thinking Battle Right Royale because I loved Battle Right. And I was like, no, that's the name of their game. And of course, it's a Battle Royale. Right, yes. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Welcome in, Elcalab. Regarding the title screen art in general, I'm not an artist, so I do composition the best I can and use some AI-generated art as a placeholder. Would love to hire an artist later. Okay, lovely. So I'm going to. I think we're good. Ooh, I'm gonna throw that music down. No, it's not too loud at all.
Testing voice volume, is that too loud? Testing voice volume, is that too loud?
Okay, that's still a little bit quiet, but probably is gonna work. Spellbreak was such a fire concept, yeah. Battle Right was crazy underrated. Off-grid, absolutely. Okay, so let's dive in. Dystopian Idle Tycoon. Let's see what we've got here. Wow, that is a striking image. High contrast.
Me and Mr. Tingle here thought you might have changed your mind and will finally accept our offer for you to become the new owner of this great ramen shop. After all, it used to be your grandfather's shop, so it's only normal for you to take over since you're his sole heir. I'm sure he would be proud to know you're finally accepting your destiny to build yourself your own food empire. We live in a dangerous world these days, with all the crime and crazy people out there. However, having your own business will help you earn the money you need to make sure to defend yourself against the vile creatures and gang members that roam the city.
I don't need you reminding me what my own life is like, Alistios. Excuse you.
Other businesses as you grow your fortune. But let's not get carried away, as Mr. Tingle would say. First, you need to go officially redeem your first ramen shop.
A little emoji there. Oh gosh. Foolbox, welcome in. Jack, am I watching my own stream? I do have my own stream up in streamer mode so that I can keep track of ads. And I accidentally unmuted it. Okay. Is this the one where you buy and sell things at restaurants or something, then gain access to other areas? I think I've seen this. Very nice. Anti-Vi, you got it. You forgot a hat. All right, there we go. Muted. Yeah, thanks, Jack. As soon as I heard it coming through, I muted it. Okay. Very cool. Okay. Nice. So, first impression, that was kind of a long intro. Voice acting was a little wooden. Wouldn't surprise me if that was AI voice, and that would explain it. That was kind of a lot to just sit through and listen to for a modern audience. Like I said, it once again gave me sort of these Alpha Centauri old school 4X space game vibes. I really wish I could find which one it was reminding me of. Masters of Orion. I think that's it. Masters of Orion 2, maybe. Or something like that. You know, something in there. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Okay. So, purchase ramen shop for free, and then we have these, which are available to us. So this, it's a little weird. I can try to click on them. I might put these in a disabled state. Also, there's like a double layered button here that like, we have this block here, but it's beveled, so it feels like a button. So let's buy our ramen shop. Also, this UI down here looks very psychedelic. Do these tie into here? No, these are different. Okay, I was wondering if these were shops that we would buy, but they're not. You have HAL 9000 over here. Oh, that's our settings. Oh, shoot. Okay. If it's longer than a TikTok without a Subway Surfers video, it's too long. Shoot. How are the games so far? They were awesome. Foolbox, we played through all of them, and then Alistios redeemed a Critique Your Game channel points. So we're playing through Alistios' game, Dystopian Tycoon, and there's a third word, but it's Dystopian Idle Tycoon. So let's buy the ramen shop. Wait a minute, Idle Tycoon. This is an incremental game. Click image to operate. Okay, so if you like made this look more like interactable, give it some sort of signifier, maybe when you hover or something, you don't need that text, right? That being said, we'll just do that. We get a loading bar. Okay, so we're just getting this. Great. And then we can buy a new store for $5. Is that going to increment us incrementally? So now whenever we click on this, we get 2. Owned 2. Got it. Okay, cool. Okay, I like that there's a buy max. You could probably just say buy max. And then if it's closer to this new store button than the auto clicker, then people will understand intuitively that this is in regards to buy the store. Okay. I would really like to buy a ramen shop for free, please. It's easy. Cubist, you just have to have a grandpa who had a ramen shop and then bequeaths it to you, and then you're good to go. I like the chair stacking game. Yeah, isn't it great, Foolbox? Is there nothing in the upgrade store? What upgrade store? Is it these? I don't know. You can click middle mouse button to cheat your way. Ah, whoa, that's a lot. Okay, let's buy. Oh, we only get one auto clicker. Okay, so let's buy the max, and we'll start getting our passive income in. We have become masters of ramen drop shipping. Okay, and this is for how many will this give me? How many monies? Oh, and the dollars per second isn't updating. That's unfortunate. Okay. What do these upgrades do? 10,000? Zone. So we have the food court, and then we have upgrade store. Okay. Okay. That's intriguing. It's giving me kind of, shoot. What's it called? What is that idle game that we played on stream a long time ago? And did an analysis of. Where are my incremental games? Orb of Creation. It reminds me of Orb of Creation, where you have these kind of multiple layers of things that all kind of interact with each other and supply each other. That's really, really compelling. I like that. I will kind of like cheat my way through this because as an idle game, specifically as an idle game instead of an incremental game, right? It's an idle game that that'll take time. It's meant to be running in the background. That's kind of hard to do a full analysis of. You played Orb of Creation? I love Orb of Creation, Foolbox. Yeah, I found it through Wanderbot on YouTube. And love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so we've got all of our restaurants up and running. They're all generating our passive revenue. Can I now? We jump to our scientific notation. Some commas in here would be helpful until we get to scientific notation. So we have zone apartment. Okay. And then we have... Oh, not enough money. Still. My goodness. Let's do it. This is giving me Feathered Serpent vibes with the middle mouse button for the cheats. I accidentally discovered the middle mouse button on Feathered Serpent when I was playing the demo. And I was like, oh. Still working on the save system. As I said, I'm back to creation after a long break. Yeah, absolutely. Not the kind of game you would stream. Okay. I mean, I could see it being put in the background of streams, though, to be frank. Like, I've frequently thought about putting, like, an incremental game just running in the corner on the stream overlay while we do coding, just to give something a little bit more visually interesting. Just talking with an incremental game? Yeah, for real, Foolbox. I do not think that any human could beat packet overload. Finn, I have news for you. I'm not good at very many games, but I had a job for a few years as a data quality analyst, doing basically what Packet Analyst was. That's about it for now. Okay, very cool. So yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued, right? These unlocking other systems, if you find a way to make them intersect with each other and overlap and reinforce each other, you're on a very good track. And obviously there's not a whole lot going on right now, but I mean, you've got a clicker working. This is obviously a fully functional clicking idle game. Like, you could just call it here, and that would be technically a clicker idle game. There wouldn't be a lot to it. You may not be able to get people to buy it, but it works. Like, it's there. Frankly, I like the colors that you've got. I like this loading bar. I think it reads very well. You've got good contrast on there. I think language could be refined a lot, but you'll deal with all that later. That's not the stage you're at for this right now. And I'm curious. I don't think clicking extra times helps me at all, right? So that really does push you into a more of a strategic mindset and less of a clicking mindset, right? You want to start now thinking, how do I map all these things between each other? And that's where the game's really going to live. But I love the idea of it. I love the idea of a clicker that has some sort of antagonistic elements behind it. That introductory voice saying, you know, there's crime, there's gangs, there's, you know, all of these problems going around that are, like, I like that. Because in idle games, there's usually... if we go back to our browser, it's very little scarcity, very little unpredictability in most idle games. And if you're going to bring some of that in, I think that could be quite interesting. The trick is, as an idle game, it's meant to be left alone. And so you don't want those negative events to, like, rack up over time, right? Because if you just leave it alone, if you play it for a year and then spend 2 months not playing it, you don't want to, like, wipe out the player's progress, right? So I think that would be something to keep an eye out for. The voice is kind of quiet. Oh, in the game, yeah. I had to futz around with the volume controls a lot. Let's see. Catching up on chat. Plan to have a story-driven part of the game. I can tell, and that's really intriguing to me. I really like that concept. I love seeing idle games kind of evolve past what they have been for a really long time, and I think it's only a matter of time. One of our early projects on the stream was building an incremental platformer, and we did all sorts of analysis on all sorts of different types of people who play incremental games and what do they key into, and platformers and what do they key into. And then how do we, you know, which of these types of archetypes do we want to try and target? Where do they intersect? Where we think platforming and incremental can really benefit each other? And we started going through all sorts of early GDD type sort of works, and we got a working prototype started on a lot of this stuff. And it was really exciting. I may revisit this project someday because I really like the concept. We kind of landed on a, like, you're a caveman in a post-apocalyptic fantasy world, and you are going out and expanding how much territory you've kind of claimed to keep your family safe and keep the monsters at bay, and there are all sorts of cool, interesting mechanics. I liked that concept. That was fun. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of my thoughts on Dystopian Idle Tycoon. The way I was planning is to have an idle part that you can set and forget, but I want some part of the gameplay to be more interactive for when you want to play, since most of these games are fun for the first 2 hours, then you just play AFK. Yeah, Alistios, for sure. Absolutely, I hear that. Floppa, have you seen the clip of Papyrus saying, all I need to do is catch this child? No, I have not seen that clip. Alright, take care, Jack. Have a great weekend to get some good rest in. My goal is to have a part that can be played as long as you want when you feel like playing. I love that. I had a similar concept with that idle platformer game. Or it wasn't an idle. It was an incremental platformer. Yeah. Do it as your next Godot project? We may, Jack. We may. The problem is, as creative people that enjoy creating things, we always all have more ideas than we can ever execute on, right? So it's kind of like, where do I need to prioritize my time? I'd like to build that game. I don't know that now is the right time for it, but I'd really like to build it. Thanks for the review. Alistios, thank you so much for sharing it, because this is giving me ideas. It is refining my design sense and helping me to see things more clearly. It's tremendously helpful for me individually. Thank you for putting this forward and letting us take a look. Really, truly. And thank you for making something and putting it out into the world. Okay. Lovely jubbly. Well, that's going to wrap up our kind of Fox Hollow Jam stage. The next thing you're going to see about the Fox Hollow Jam is going to be the winners category. The category winners announcement stream. Once again, we have grand prize, funniest, most unique, viewer's choice, and most growth. If you want to help someone earn $25, go play the games and rate them. You could do that by clicking into a game and going to their page, and then you click rate this game. Usually it says. This one says rate this job, which is hilarious. Let's see. Elcob, I have more execution than ideas in my bones. Wow. Well, you're a rare breed, according to my spheres that I walk in. Feels really nice that you've noticed a problem in the genre and then you're doing something that aims to fix it. I think that shows really good intuition as a designer, Elistios. I agree, Queen Anne. I agree. The music did vibe well. 100%. 100%. Okay. Super duper rad. I have loved hanging out with all of you today. My goodness. What a great time this has been. Who knew that actually being Ludwig would be fantastic? See you later, Finn. We're gonna raid out, by the way. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna raid into Risky. Oh gosh, dang it, Twitch. Okay, we're gonna raid into Risky Biscuit. He's making a. I'm already raiding. Okay, whatever. He's making a horror-based, horror education game that teaches you how to read and use Morse code. That sounds interesting to you, even despite the verbal hiccups. Come hang out with him. He's great. With that, we'll catch you next time. I'll be throwing the link in the YouTube chat as well. Twitch.tv/RiskyBiscuitGames. Grab that, and we'll throw it in YouTube. Okay, a horror educational game. Go check him out. He's great. We're going to go right in. Have a great weekend. We'll see you all on Monday. Anti-Vi? I do. Jam Biscuit, you just raided in. I'm so sorry. I'm literally raiding someone right now. Ironically, I'm raiding Risky Biscuit. The biscuit raids into a place that's raiding into a biscuit. I'm sorry. Welcome in. We're a charitable enterprise that helps people enter the games industry. We just hosted a game jam. We were playing the submissions and did it. Played all of them today. I'm going to post the link in here. Go play them. They're great games. You're fantastic. Leave a follow if you want to come follow up later on. Jam Biscuit, I don't know you. I want to know you. I'm going to follow you. I want to hear about your stream and everything. I hope you're doing well. We're going to go raid now. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you in just a little bit. Legendary Pie, thank you for the follow, and we'll see you all later.